The eternal question. Should you use ABO or CBO in your ad account? Which is better? Which is gonna get you higher ROAS? Which is more stable? And how Advantage Shopping Plus plays in all of that? You can find out by the end of this video. I'm conducting all of my tests in an ABO campaign, where each new test equals a new ad set. That means if I have 5 new concepts, I would have 5 new ads. I want each of the tests to have a fair chance of receiving spend. If I would use CBO, Facebook might favor 1 or 2 concepts, often based on click-through rate or average watch time, which is often not linked to the lowest CPA. And my goal is not to find the most engaging ad. My goal is to find the ad with the best performance. Also, my goal is not to beat the winner and find one ultimate winning ad that's sucking all of the spend in the CBO. Probably that ad already has a lot of social proof and is very hard to beat by a new test. But in my world, you cannot compare a rookie to the MVP. They just simply don't have a same starting position. Instead, I aim to identify few additional supporting winners that exceed my target ROAS, and they support that ultimate main winner. Another reason why I avoid using CBO is because my testing campaign often functions as a scaling campaign, regardless of its label. That means I end up scaling each well-performing ad sets individually. For example, one ad set could have $100 budget, while another can be on $2K, the third can be on $700, the fourth can be on $1.5K. Simply because they're performing exceptionally well and I scale them multiple times. If I were to use CBO and try to scale, I could end up with unnecessarily spent on the tests that do not perform well. And I would not have control over the budget to be tied directly to the performance. That means I can cut the spend on lower performers and increase multiple times on good performers. The only situation when I would use CBO for testing is if the overall budget is too low to handle all of the tests that client wants to test. In that case, I would have a dedicated budget per each ad. In that case, if we would have a dedicated budget per each set, it could result in eating up too much budget of the overall daily budget. And that would result in pretty bad performance. But even in that case, I would set up a minimum daily budget for each of the ad sets. That's a kind of bridge between ABO and CBO, because it would still allow me to get some data per each of the tests. And I deeply care about getting the data, as that's leading my decision making for iterations. Another reason where I might use CBO for testing is if the client's hit rate, or in other words, percentage of successful ads compared to the tested ads is very low. That again would result in very inefficient spend, as not many ads would turn out to be winners. And there's no point in forcing spend to those tests. In that case, I would rather suggest client to focus on quality of the tests, not quantity, because that would improve our chances of tests being successful, and that would allow us to scale multiple tests like what I'm doing in an ABO. Okay, so now we handle the ABO and the CBO. You might be wondering about Advantage Shopping Plus. To be honest, I did not find it efficient for creative testing. It fixates the spend on 2 or 3 ads and spends most of the budget on those, often based on the engagement signal, and ignores all the other variation on ads. For example, if you import catalog ads in Advantage Shopping Plus, it would spend most of the budget there, although it's not the best performer. Why? Because of the engagement. And considering Advantage Shopping Plus is doing retargeting, this is not an ideal way for testing ads. I like to use my Advantage Shopping Plus primarily for scaling, where I import only winning ad and I use that with a cost cap to amplify winners. But I share more details about this in this video, so give it a watch. If you have any additional questions about ABO or CBO or specific case you want me to address, let me know in the comments below. If not, like and subscribe for more useful content like this about Facebook ads. Cheers, guys!